What's going down, y'all? Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are continuing once again this YouTuber haircut recreation, whatever you guys want to call it, the YouTuber haircut series. So yeah, the YouTuber's hair that we are reenacting today is Cashnasty. Now when I tell you that this nigga is so fucking crazy, well, I fuck with the nigga. I really genuinely find that nigga hilarious at times. And like, if we were in high school together, that's probably a nigga I would really fuck with, like hand in hand. Like, that's my nigga. Not just because he fucks with LeBron, like just the vibe he gives out. He's always positive and happy. And that nigga, bro, that nigga is very... he out there for sure. He wild, bro. I gotta tell you, that nigga's wild. But yeah, as far as the haircut goes, I wasn't able to find a client to match Cash's current haircut because he rocks like a low afro curl sponge beard with a taper. And I don't have a client for that specific haircut, but I did find a client whose hair resembles Cash's old haircut like to the T, where it's like a 1.5 or 2, a mid-ball taper with the 2 Kanye lines on the side. I did find a client for that. But one more thing I do want to talk about is my camera was dying towards the end of this haircut, so I had to pick and choose what I wanted to film. So you guys won't see like every part of the haircut. Like, you guys won't see the lineup behind the ears. I did line up his mustache and his goatee area, but I did not have like room or time with the battery to like record everything. But I basically got the whole haircut. So I feel like this intro is long as shit. I fuck with Cash. What else I had to say? I'm only doing his old haircut. I did not have a client for his new haircut. Y'all don't give a fuck. Let's get into the video. Alright, y'all, like I said, this is going to be a mid-ball taper. So what you want to do in the side taper region is make a guideline at the bottom of his box on his lineup to the top of his ear. And you guys are going to see me leave his beard because my client did not know if he wanted to keep it or shave it. But later on we did decide to shave it, so disregard me leaving the beard. And after you get done balding out his taper regions, we're going to take our All-Star 76ers with the 1.5 blade on there. I choose to use the 1.5 blade because I think it's perfect. It's not too low and it's not too dark. It might seem like a 1.5 is too low, but when you line it up and you get the taper right, it actually is pretty dark. Alright, y'all, for this type of hair at this length, this step is very important. So we're going to spray some alcohol and brush his hair. When I say brush his hair, brush your client's hair for at least like a minute. What brushing the hair for a minute is going to do is train the hair to lay down flat again. And the alcohol is going to clean the surface, give you a clean canvas to work with, remove all the grease and the dirt, and really makes your haircut that much cleaner. Alright, y'all, listen to me very carefully. I'm going to do the back taper, and I'm not going to put any text up, and I'm not going to tell you what step I'm doing as I'm doing it. That way you guys have a chance to learn on your own, guess what step is next. The same exact taper technique that I'm doing in the back, I will do on the side. So when I get to the side, I will explain what I'm doing. I will put the text up to help you guys out. So as of right now, just try to guess what I'm doing, understand what I'm doing, and when I get to the side taper, I will help you guys out and slow it down. Alright, y'all, with the side taper, like I promised you, I will not fast forward. I will slow it down. I will put the text up. So our first guideline is going to be with the Oscar fast feed with our lever closed. Then just open up that lever and make another guideline right on top of that. Now just put that lever roughly halfway in the middle, open and close, play with the lever a little bit to knock out the line in between the first guideline and the second guideline. And our third and last guideline of this taper is going to be a 1/16 guard closed. And to knock out the line in between all the way open with no guard up into that 1/16 guard close, we're going to go with open and closing with no guard to knock out the line in between those two layers. So to fade the remaining hair between that 1/16 and that 1.5 that we initially used with our 76ers, we're going to use a number 1 guard open and closing. And now that we finished the taper going all the way up to the top into that 1.5 that we initially used, we're going to work our way back down, double checking our work. So this is a 1/16 guard open and closing, knocking down any lines that I missed, any dark spots. And after this, I will go no guard open and closing. So I worked my way up fading, now I'm fading back down, checking my work. So if you check your work twice, I mean, how many lines can you miss? How many dark spots that you miss? So this technique, fading up and then fading downwards, it just ensures that you get all the dark spots and your blend is flawless. And to get rid of that very faint bottom line that we created when we first balded out his taper region, just go with the same liner, the same balding machine that you use, and just bump that bottom line out. And earlier you guys see me spray alcohol on his scalp, but I did not spray it on his hairline. So all this is doing is removing all the dirt, grease, and grime from his hairline. So when I do line it up, it is clean. I have a clean canvas to work with. And to hold those hairs in place, I just spray some hairspray and let it dry. Now before one of you slick motherfuckers say anything about Cash Nasty's hairline is not as straight as this, it's fucked up. I don't know why people say his hairline's so bad. It's not as bad as people say it is. I mean, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. I've seen worse, I've dealt with worse. So leave my mans alone. I know his hairline's not as straight as this, but I mean, I can only work with what I'm dealt with. And if you guys do remember, Cash was rocking these 2 lines on the side, and the main mistake barbers make when they do these 2 lines is they leave too much room between the first line and the second line, and they make it too thick. Don't ever make these lines too thick. If anything, leave them too skinny. So make the first line and then barely leave a gap between the second line. Like, when you leave too much of a gap between the first and the second line, it just looks too weird. That's my biggest pet peeve when I see this. Even on Cash's lines back in the day, it's like, what the fuck is your barber doing, Cash? Like, come on now. But another tip I can give you guys is angle the line upwards a little bit. Don't just have them straight on, like straight back, because they're gonna angle downwards. When you angle it up and his head is straight, the line will look straight, trust me. But yeah, all I'm doing right now is using the straight razor, making the hairline as crispy as possible. And after this, I do use the straight razor on the 2 lines on the side to make them pop out that much more. But like I was saying, my camera was gonna die. I had to pick and choose what I was gonna film. So that's really it for this haircut. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you're new to my channel, smash the subscribe button. New videos coming every other day, it seems like. Like the video if you truly liked it. Cash, if you're watching this, hit me up, bro. I can save you. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.